Before we wrap up, and I say this every year, and I'm going to just continue to say it until it becomes a reality, but I have a vision of where we need to be as a society. That vision is people are working together in a workplace. We are so far away from this. Someone comes in with a headache and people go, oh, that's fine. Everyone can handle it. Would you like a tea, aspirin, sit down? Someone needs to be able to come to that exact same workplace and go, something? My voices are a bit loud. I'm on the edge of a panic attack, and it needs to be greeted exactly the same way. No big deal. Would you like tea, aspirin, sit down, take the afternoon off? And the gap between where we are and where we need to be, that's all where the prejudice and the stigma and the discrimination that we are all collectively trying to educate people about. When I was first hospitalized in the late 70s, nobody talked about anything that had to do with mental health or mental illness, but the silence said it all. The silence said, do not speak of this to anyone. And when I left that psych ward, I was broken. I felt like I would never be whole. I remember I was so ashamed of myself. I would see people walking towards me down the street that I knew previous to being hospitalized, and I would run around the block to hide from them. I did not want to be seen. I would say over and over and over in my head, I am nothing. I am nobody. I am invisible. And that's how I lived for almost 20 years. I went from being one of those really loud, obnoxious, annoying class clowns to vanishing for 2 decades. And now I fast forward to today, and I think what a difference it would have made in my life to see folks like you just saw doing comedy. I would have thought, wow, so this is proof that recovery is possible. I've just seen it here on this screen. And if these folks can do something amazing like that, so can I. I might not be into comedy, but I can do something else that's equally amazing. So we are on the web at standupformentalhealth.com. There are dozens of videos of comics I've trained all across North America and Australia, including some NIAPRS folks. So it's a great resource when you want to laugh. If you know someone that's going through a rough time, tell them you may feel right now like you may never get better, because that's the way it feels. Check out this website, look at what's possible. And if they can do something like that, so can you. And by the way, take a look at our videos. I mean, we'll put up a cool video. It'll get like 12 hits. And then it's so discouraging when at the same time, a video like cat riding vacuum cleaner gets like 4 million hits. Actually, our cat is depressed. We had to put her on kitty antidepressants. The signs were obvious. We came home one morning, went down one morning, and she had written a suicide note in the litter box. We couldn't read it because it all clumped together. But let's give all the comics another round of applause. Big round of applause. You guys were awesome. You were hilarious. Just wonderful. And let's give Harvey and Larry and Len and Robert and all the NIAPRS staff a big round of applause. Thank you so much. You folks are the greatest. And, people often ask, because I've been doing this for a long time, they say, well, David, what kind of a legacy do you want to leave? And I'm like, legacy? That sounds so pompous. It's like, what? They're going to put statues of me all over the place. And then, of course, in 100 years, they'll be pulling down the statues saying that I ran a joke sweatshop. I'll be like, you only paid us $2 a joke. I sent him a joke that wasn't funny, and he deducted half my paycheck. And you know how in the statues of those people, they have them on horseback charging into battle with swords drawn. My statue would be me wearing psych hospital pajamas, cutting out pictures from a magazine with safety scissors. Or being held down by 5 orderlies while one sticks a needle in my ass. Anyhow, folks, thank you so much. You've been awesome. Comics, we're going to do a little debrief. You've all got the debrief link. Have a great conference.
Thank
and
you.
We'll see you next year.
Great job.
I just want to say, David, and all of you did a great job. It's a difficult format, and you did a great job. And I hope you, when we get back to Villaroma,
yes,
you come and do some of that again.